Shalom, shalom. Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Dabanis to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone Ruel. And salutations to the brethren on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word in truth and sincerity. This is Ira from Great Millstone, Wisconsin. And I just want to say a few words on, topic of, guys getting offended, man. Getting offended at the doctrine of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and after they get offended, going out of their way to slander and to pervert the gospel, at a level to where, it's disproportionate, to the level that they got offended. You know what I'm saying? They get emotional after they get offended and automatically just start trying to wreak havoc, over the doctrine of the Lord, man. And that's not cool, and the things that they get offended at are things that that challenge their ideas of what they've learned in the world or what they've been taught their whole life, which I thought that was the reason why, we clung to the truth so much was because it's the truth, and things that we have learned in the world are false, I thought everybody understood that, but apparently, you got guys like Captain Tazariak and guys from Fopi and other guys from various other groups that believe in worldly concepts instead of believing in the spirit of the Lord and what the Lord intended to be the true nature of man, woman, and things like that. But a lot of those guys have been given strong delusions, man. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:8. It says, "And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth," which the wicked we all to know to be Esau, the so-called white man, and the spirit of the Lord's mouth would be the prophets, right? Those that are here that the Lord has bestowed the spirit to pass a message, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and that him who's coming to destroy, the wicked is Yahweh Shai. And with all deceivableness, Aslakia, even after the working of Satan, with all powers, signs, and lying wonders, which we know Satan does, and with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, and that's what point we're at now, man, is that them that perished in this world, being 2/3 of our people, being, the sons of men and the sons of the wicked, they are deceivable, man, and they're all manners of unrighteous. That's why they're going to perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved, So you have Jake who hasn't received the love of the truth, man, and an example being is, a guy that gets offended, after something is broken down to him in the scriptures that he doesn't that he doesn't agree with, because it conflicts with his worldly knowledge, and not taking into consideration that this is directly from the Most High, So guys like that weren't given the love of the truth, So guys like that, they fall under the 2/3 category. They fall under the category of Israelites that are going to be destroyed, that are going to perish in the society because they believe not. Verse 11, it says, "And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie." So the Lord is the reason why they can't get certain things in the scriptures, man, because he gave them strong delusion, So he didn't give them the love of the truth, so he had to give them something, so he gave them the delusion that they live their lives by. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So they're going to be damned, man, because they believe not the truth. That's as self-explanatory as it gets, man. "But we are bound to give thanks always to the Most High for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because the Most High hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation, through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth." So the ones that believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the doctrine were given the Spirit to believe in the doctrine, man. They were chosen, So that's That's what a big difference between them and between us, man. Is that we believe the truth. We were given the love of the truth, and they weren't. So they can't wrap their hands around it. So they get offended, man. But when the scriptures say in Matthew 11:16, and blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me, So if you're going to be blessed for believing in Yahweh Shem Yahushai and not being offended or not getting angry and disillusioned at the breakdowns of the doctrine, then you'll be blessed. So the ones that don't, obviously they'll be cursed, man. And that curse is, is their grievous death, man, that they're going to perish by, But these guys get offended, and this is also aiding in that grievous death. These guys get offended, and like I said, they start speaking out and making fools of themselves, speaking against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, and they start speaking against the doctrine of the scriptures, and trying to how do you say it, make it evil against the principles of this world, man. That's why they get the big following. That's why they get 4,000 views on a video that's 2 hours long. It's not talking about anything, it has no type of intellectual value whatsoever, no spiritual value whatsoever. They're getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in tithes, and they got these books, and they got these all these accolades. They get on the news, they get airtime, all of that stuff, because they're speaking against the holy scriptures and appealing to the world, man. This is 1 John 4:5. It says, they are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. We are of the Most High. He that knoweth the Most High heareth us. He that is not of the Most High heareth not us. So we're of the Most High, so we speak according to the oracles of the Most High. So the breakdowns that the Lord has given us, we teach, and we don't care about the spirit of the world and about, the idealism of the world, man, because it pales in comparison to the spirit of the Lord, So this is the big difference between us and between, those that pervert the gospel, man, for their own mischievous gain, It says, hereby know we not, it's like hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. And those guys have the spirit of error, man. Captain Zazariak has the spirit of error. Fopi, IUIC, they have the spirit of error, These Christian churches, the Catholic Church, these many religions, spouting these false gods, have the spirit of error, But we have the spirit of truth. Why? Because we follow the one true power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says, beloved, let us love one another, for love is of the Most High, and everyone that loveth is born of the Most High, and knoweth the Most High, And the ones that we love are the 1/3 elect, man, and 144,000, because those are the ones that are putting their lives on the line, Those are the ones that are extolling the name Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and confessing the name in the world, But guys like this that are unruly, that are of the world and speaking of the world, man, and speaking against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, they have to be silenced, man, And one way the way they're gonna be silenced is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is gonna take them out, man. They're gonna take them out by fire, gonna take them out by pestilence, martial law, race riots, whatever judgment the Lord sees fit. This is Titus 1:10. It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers. And let's go into this word unruly real quick.
Strong's G 506, anupataktas. Anupatatas.
Slakia, which means as a negative particle and a presumed derivative of unsubdued, insubordinate, in fact, or temper, disobedient, that is not put under unruly. So an unruly person is disobedient, insubordinate, So let's read that again. For there are many unruly and vain talkers, For there are many unruly and vain talkers, meaning they're disobedient and insubordinate and empty. They speak out of their own minds, man. Because why is someone often unruly and insubordinate? Because they're either angry, emotional, or the ideas don't match. And what they speak has nothing to do with the task at hand, man. And deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, so they deceive the masses, man. And they know better. Those of the circumcision, they know better, And in this day and age, in the modern era here, 2020, those of the circumcision would be those that have woken up to the truth, those that have been given an opportunity to learn the truth. But instead, they want to become unruly, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, meaning to put under. They put under whole houses, man, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake, So they teach things that they ought not, which is often, which most time is rebellion against the, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, which is witchcraft. But they do it for filthy lucre's sake, man, for money, for mischievousness, for their own gain, to feed their own bellies, man, That's why when they speak, you don't hear anything according to the Most High, man. You hear everything from the world, man, because that's what's going to make them the most money. It's not about the truth in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai when it comes to these guys. It says, one of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said, the Cretians are always liars, evil beasts, and slow bellies. Which, at this time, Titus was sent to Crete by Paul, and he was speaking of the Cretians at this time. Israelites that were living in Crete at this time that were being liars and evil. Because these are the type of guys that have to be put down, man. The Lord has to get rid of them, because if they are allowed to continue on, they will spread their cancer, man. They will spread their cancer, and they will aid more rebellion against the Most High. This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 15. It says, for so is the will of the Most High, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men. And one way we're putting to silence the ignorance of foolish men is by teaching the truth, man, and enlightening and being that light to the world. As free, and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, which these other Israelite guys are doing, man. They're teaching rebellion against the Most High. All for their filthy lucre, or for their own personal gain, or whatever have be. Not because they want truth to actually flourish, but as the servants of the Most High, and that's what we are to be, man, servants of the Most High, so he puts it in our spirit to teach, teach his doctrine. He tells us to continue in what we've learned, and he's told us to give him no rest, until he makes Jerusalem a praise in the earth, and that's what we're going to do as servants. A servant is somebody who serves, and we serve the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, to the T, man, as much as possible, to the greatest of our ability, and that means teaching the correct doctrine, So with that, I want to give all praises, call halal Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone rule well, and salutations to the brethren on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word and truth and in sincerity. Shalom.